Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. James Sharmack here. So clearly you can see I have a couple of Cyborg Superman figures. The Hank Henshaw, I have the Mattel one, and I have the DC Direct Reign of the Lanterns. But I wanted a larger scale original one. So McFarlane Toys put out a GameStop exclusive Cyborg Superman. Now it doesn't say necessarily that he's Reign of the Superman, but pretty much he is. Looking forward to taking a look at the figure. Looking forward to see if he can fit in the collection. But let's do the usual review first. Alright, so the box itself is the usual McFarlane stuff going on. Stuff on the side. The back, nice picture of him before, I guess, the reveal, I suppose. The figure apparently is Revenge of the Green Lanterns rather than Reign of the Superman, but you and I both know it's Reign of the Superman, right? So let's take him out of the box and take a look. So we have him out of the package, looking very cool. Not exactly 100% comic accurate, as the metallic down here is supposed to be on his thigh. It looks like they were going to do that, but didn't fill in the paint. But it is what it is. Still very cool. Pretty close to a comic representation, so I'll take it. Nice, sculpting all around, especially with the cyborg parts. Obviously, that's pretty much the whole gist of the figure. Am I right? Making him look kind of like a Terminator, but Superman build. Nice head sculpt with the skull and whatnot. I like how the Superman eye doesn't look like super evil, but it is what it is, since when his first few appearances he was trying to make it look like he was Superman back from the dead, and the cyborg parts are more repairs for all the damage he took place, whatever, but still very cool. Has a nice cloth cape. The S is sculpted, so that's awesome. Like I said, the sculpt on the robot parts, cyborg parts, is pretty cool. I like the detail on the arm and whatnot. In the back, pretty cool. So yeah, pretty solid looking figure. So accessory wise, he doesn't come with too much. 2 pairs of hands. Obviously, he has a pair of fists. The human hands open up. And the cyborg hand, which you should, is a pointer. But I wish it came with like a gun accessory, because obviously if you read the comic like that, I'd have, you can turn that arm into a laser gun or a laser blast or whatever. Comes with a card. Comes with a standing base. Doesn't come with a flight stand. He doesn't really do. He does fly, and obviously in the comics, but not too much. He's more ground-based, so it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so articulation-wise, he has the usual McFarlane suspects. Head goes back that far, goes forward that far, so turns all the way around. Tilt to the side. Bendy wire cape, which is, it's not the usual, but they've been coming out a lot lately with the capes with the bendy wire, so that's pretty cool. He has it shoulder hinge right there, so you can just bend back the arm back that far, forward that far. Bicep rotation, double joint the elbow. I don't know why. Looks like they tried to put some cyborg parts on that arm, but realized it wouldn't work. Wrist rotation back and forth. Has that diaphragm rotation, obviously, and rotation to waist, and rotate all the way around and then back and forth. I'm tired, so forgive my word jumble. Legs go that far, go forward and back that far. Does he have? He has a rotation at the hip, double joint at the knee, angle of pivoting back and forth, and toe articulation. So nothing new going on around here. I guess this is nothing broke, so why fix it? And we're going to try and get him standing up in a crazy pose before we move on. why not? Sometimes these figures are harder to pose than others. Maybe we'll do a posing video on these things. So as I try to with these Superman figures, I like to see how he looks when he's flying. And he looks pretty solid, I think. I think he could, look a little bit higher. It doesn't really look like he's looking straight ahead of where he's flying. That could be wrong, but that might be wrong. Still, Cape kind of gets him weighted, so it looks kind of cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure that John Henry Irons never faced Cyborg Superman or teamed up with him before or did anything before the finale, the last book in Reign of the Supermen, because obviously, if you I didn't mention it, but Cyborg Superman can also control machinery, or possess machinery, whatever. So obviously in the finale he takes over John Henry Irons' suit for a little bit, tries to kill him. So yeah, but just wanted to show John we're starting to get a return or Reign of the Superman figure collection going on. Forgive my stutter, but a little excited sometimes. Okay, so very cool figure. I dig it a lot. Flaws like like I said, I wish that they had the cannon accessory on his arm. That would have been cool. If you want to nitpick, like I said, it's not 100% comic accurate, but why quibble? Is still pretty cool. I guess they didn't really want to paint the thigh, even though on the card the thigh, has a robotic to it. But that being said, if you really wanted to, you could just slap on some silver to the parts. But still, I'm not really quibbling. I'm happy to have this figure, because last year when I saw they were making a Cyborg Superman figure, but it was going to be the new 52. Well, didn't want to do that, but so I was like one of those that quibbled that I really wanted this one. So pretty cool. I'm really happy to have him, and I'm looking forward to building the Return of Superman collection. I'll probably have to end up getting that black Superman from a while back, and maybe get that movie one and just swap out ahead and see how that works. But yeah, we're gonna do one pretty soon from the Return of Superman collection. The Superboy ad. He's been hanging around here. Might as well do the review. Am I right? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you did like this video. If you do, like, subscribe, whatever. Tell me, is this a figure you guys want in your collection? This was, like I said, the GameStop exclusive, so you'd have to order online. But that being said, supposedly it's going to be eventually, go, into other retailers. Who knows? I don't know. But is this a figure you guys want in your collection? Is this, something you want to pass up? Whatever. Let me know in the comments below. My name is James Sharmack. It's been a Nerdom with J&J. As always, keep on collecting. Happy hunting.